Hello everyone, and welcome to my pack opening for Magic the Gathering, The Lost Caverns of Ixalan. As you can see, this is a pre-release box. It has been slightly opened after a failed attempt to start this video where I knocked over my whole setup, but none of the packs have been opened. I just want to take a second to appreciate the gorgeous art on the back of this box. These dinosaurs are absolutely brilliant. I love the incorporated feather design. This kind of, it looks like a mineral structure on the back of the Stegosaurus guy. All the little raptors. Yeah, just some amazing art. The designs of Ixalan are just so brilliant. I love every one of them. We have this, you've only scratched the surface message right here after you tear it open. Just a little sound. I think this is the ASMR people want. But let's open this up. I was really excited to get this for Christmas because I was unable to go to my local game store and participate in a pre-release for this set as I was getting ready to go home for the holidays. Got these 1/1 counters here. Alright, let's see. What's the best way to open this without knocking everything over or stopping the recording? I'm gonna fold this back. Oh boy, okay. Aha! Another box within a box. Well, there we go. Of course, it does come with some tokens, or counters, I mean. +1/+1 counters. I think there are a couple of, yes, I have to guess these are the finality counters that I've heard so much about. Not sure what these spiral counters are, maybe the descent mechanic. But yeah, just some really amazing art. Even on the, you can see the inside of this box, there is some fantastic art of a, looks like similar to like a Mayan calendar sort of deal. But yeah, just a really, so much effort and everything goes into the design of these packages. And you don't often get the chance to appreciate all of it while you are, oh, this is very, Tears of the Kingdom. I need to play more of that game. But you don't always have the time to appreciate when you're ripping over packs at an LGS. But let's start doing exactly that, shall we? Ooh. Forget that you get a little spin down dice with the set symbol on it. Beautiful. Nice, brilliant green. And then what do we have here? Ooh, little deck building guide. I will be honest, I have used this a lot in my other pre-release experiences, so I always appreciate having that in there. And what's next? Ooh, just a little, I don't even know what you would use this for, just a little extra cardboard in case there wasn't enough already. And our special individual card is Amalia Benavides Aguirre. That's a white and a black for a legendary creature vampire scout, a 2/2, has a ward, pay 3 life, love ward. Whenever you gain life, Amalia Benavides Aguirre explores. Then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. That's a lot of fun. Looks like we got something else in here. A arena code. Oh boy. Oh, we may have to cut away for this one. It is not opening up. And again, I have to be so careful of not knocking over the precarious balance of dice box and Lego set that my phone is balancing on top of. Some more counters. Oh, those are stun counters. That makes a lot of sense now. And more +1/+1 counters. And then yeah, a Magic the Gathering arena code. Feel free to use that if you like. First come, first serve. Yeah, I love arena. I really should be playing on it more so that I can get my games in. Maybe I'll do that sometime on stream in the future. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful card. Vampire Scout. I love abilities that call for like a specific, very high number. I believe in the Lord of the Rings set there was a Bilbo Baggins card that required you to have exactly 111 life to activate the ability. And that's just a lot of fun for me. So yeah, here are all the packs that we're going to be opening. These are all draft boosters. So we'll take a look through them. We'll, see the cards, see what we pull, appreciate some of the art. Then maybe if we have time at the end, I'll put together a little, a little sealed pool, like what I would have played if I were there that night. So let's get this opened up. I don't know what the order of the cards are, so we'll take this first one to figure that out. We're going to start with Cavern Stomper. It's 4 green and a green for a dinosaur, a 7/7. Ooh, a 7/7 for 6. When Cavern Stomper enters the battlefield, scry 2. Never hurts. 3 and a green, Cavern Stomper can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. No chumping. Very simple, valuable. You gotta love it. We have Vito's Inquisitor for 3 and a black for a Vampire Knight, a 3/3. Black, sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on Vito's Inquisitor. It gains menace until end of turn. That's pretty fun. You can do this multiple times per turn. That doesn't help for the menace, but it gives you more counters, and menace is always good for getting through some thicker boards, playing a little bit of catch up. Let's take a look at this art here. That is some gorgeous armor. Oh, and there's a horse that she's riding on. Awesome. Oh, and she's got a guy next to her. Dude, actually, this lady's awesome. Yeah, why is she just a normal creature? Give her a legend. Everyone's a legend now. Ooh, it looks like we have some sort of special guest in the back there, if you see that little holographic edge, so we will get to that. You have an Oaken Siren for 1 and a blue for a 1/2 artifact creature Siren Pirate. It has flying and vigilance. Tap, add blue. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. The ship's carpenter adorned the figurehead with a small cosmium gem, never expecting the figurehead to take flight. Oh, so it's the figurehead of a ship that has come to life. Oh, I love that. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. That's very neat. This is an artifact heavy set, so pretty cool to have that in there. Next up, we have Family Reunion. For 1 and a white, instant, choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Or, creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Ooh, hexproof is lovely. Huatli smiled up at a call. Our peoples have too long been parted, and yet we are cousins still. It's very nice. Taking a nice close look at that art. I love the designs of these people. I love all the different, so you have this kind of triangle shape coming out of here, and all this extending into the background. If you see all of these beautiful lines in the composition of this, and the way that the sky kind of swirls up and out. It's a very beautiful piece. Plundering Pirate for 2 and a red for a 3/2 orc pirate. When Plundering Pirate enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. I love treasure tokens. I have a whole treasure pirate deck, actually, that this could very well go into. And just when ETBs, I don't have a lot of flicker effects. Well, we'll see. Whatever it is, it set off a trap and must be valuable. Love that. Love the glowing red eyes of whatever person or statue that is back there. Just kind of throwing up all this lava. It's a very very D&D image. What is that creature that has the gemstones for eyes that's been featured since like very early in the game? If you know, comment it, let me know. Now we have Sage of Days for Toon Blue, a 3/2 human wizard. When Sage of Days enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library, put the rest into your graveyard. Ooh, well, this is a lot of fun for setting off that delve mechanic that I've been hearing so much about. Love this art. Again, the people in this set, the cultural design is very great. I don't know what that tower is in the background, but it looks like it's some sort of snake on the top of the tower with its purple eyes like glowing with the staff. After this age, another. I wonder if this is the same artist as Oaken Siren. Lars Grant West and Aldo Dominguez. No, 2 different artists, but that purple is so similar. I wonder if there's something like a style guide or something like that of what colors to use for which cards and factions. Very cool. Ooh, maybe a little bit of a spoiler on what that guest card is, but we're still going to save it for later. Buried Treasure, our first artifact. This is 2 mana for a treasure tap. Sacrifice Buried Treasure. Add 1 mana of any color, so it is totally a treasure. In 5, exile Buried Treasure from your graveyard. Discover 5. Activate only as a sorcery. Discover is kind of like Cascade, except a little fixed for what I understand, but probably still not entirely fair. So yeah, you can keep on exiling cards from the top of your library until you have something, a permanent with 5 or less, I think. The reminder text is right there, but I cannot be bothered to read it. Next we have Didact Echo for 4 and blue for a Spirit Cleric. When Didact Echo enters the battlefield, draw a card. Descend 4, Didact Echo has flying, as long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. The folk of the Sun Empire respect their ancestors. The Oltek go further, communing with spirits of esteemed elders after death. More beautiful art as always, more of that purple blending with the blue. Clay-Fired Bricks for 1 and a white. Artifact, when Clay-Fired Bricks enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You gain 2 life. Anytime that you can get some, well, this isn't exactly ramp, but it guarantees your next land drop. That's very nice. In white. Craft with artifact for 5 white. You can transform it into Cosmium Kiln. When Cosmium Kiln enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens. Creatures you control get +1/+1. I love the smell of freshly baked gnomes. That's a quote from Yelha, Oltek Artisan. 2 great pieces of art on this. That's Yelha over here. And these are the gnomes. Gnomes in Magic the Gathering, as far as I understand, are not usually organic creatures. They are kind of mechanic, clockwork, or perhaps, I think some of them are like bottles or potions. I think there's a bottle gnomes card that I've seen before. But yeah, it's a very nice card. Ukenbach, the Great Mistake. For 3, a blue and a black, a legendary creature, 6/4 skeleton horror. The Vigilance and Menace. Descend 8, 4, blue, black. Return Ukenbach, the Great Mistake, from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Activate only if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, and only as a sorcery. So even if you get rid of him, he comes back, as he is the great mistake. Fun little blue-black, that's Demir, I believe, commander. I don't know exactly what I would do with it, but hey, it's really brilliant art, all of those different arms and legs and appendages. I think this is one of the fungal creatures that are one of the types of this set. Alright, looks like we're getting into some of the fun stuff that we've been seeing peeking out of the back of this pack. We've got Kutzil, Malamet Exemplar, for 1 a green and a white. Legendary creature, 3/3 cat, warrior. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Brilliant. I hate interaction. That's not true. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control, each with power greater than its base power, deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's 1 or more creatures you control, each with power greater than its base power. So whenever you have like a +1 counter or like some sort of anthem effect, that's neat. It's 1 or more though, so it doesn't activate multiple times per turn, so it's not completely broken as we would hope. Invaders in the West Chasm. Give me an hour, and there'll be fungus food. Yeah, get 'em, Kutzil. Ooh, look at this beautiful full art Scythe Claw Raptor for 2 and a red. Creature 4/3 dinosaur. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, Scythe Claw Raptor deals 4 damage to them. Like I said, I hate interaction. And this is absolutely punishing. Oh, that is so much fun. And look at this gorgeous art. Is it a dinosaur wearing armor? How can it get any better than this? Magic the Gathering is the best game ever. Fantastic job. Siddharth Tutavetti, I believe is how you pronounce that. Oh, this is so amazing. What a great pull. Ooh, another alternate art. Wow, we are being spoiled in this pack. What does the rest of this box have to offer us? For the Myco Tyrant, for 1, a black and a green. Legendary creature, Elder Fungus. Ooh, this is a mythic rare. Trample. Oh, it's a star. Trample. The Myco Tyrant's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi and or saprolings. Ooh, including saprolings in that. Makes this a lot of fun. At the beginning of your end step, create X 1/1 black fungus creature tokens with this creature can't block, where X is the number of times you descended this turn. Gotcha. So this thing could get very big, very fast. And again, look at this absolutely gorgeous art. All of those lines on the bottom of the mushrooms and this big kind of oogie boogie sort of monster in the middle with those hands coming at you. Oh, just fantastic. And I love the frame too. The purple for the black side and that brilliant poisonous green. Yeah, fantastic. So this is our special guest. We have Cavern of Souls. Oh, damn. I should maybe put this in a safe place. I'll check. Cavern of Souls. As Cavern of Souls enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap, add colorless. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. I know this is gets a lot of use in CEDH, and also just any kind of typal EDH deck. Yeah, I will. It's beautiful. Like, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous with that foil and all these etchings on the wall and this beautiful architecture that's depicted. Yeah, I have to put this in a safe space right now. We got a last card. We have Hidden Volcano. Hidden Volcano enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, it's a cave. Add red. 4 and a red tap. Sacrifice Hidden Volcano. Discover 4. Activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, these caves look like a lot of fun. Something I would definitely be into if I were drafting. Ooh, we have a fungus dinosaur token at the end. Brilliant. And yeah, more ads. But yeah, this fungus dinosaur, absolutely awesome. Well, I mean, that was a fantastic opening pack. If we were drafting, I don't even know what I would tell you. I don't do a lot of drafting. I'm just imitating Graham from Crack-A-Pack over on our LRR. But yeah, that Cavern of Souls, absolutely brilliant. Also, the Myco Tyrant, really, really fun. Yeah, what a great pack. I don't know exactly where we're gonna go from here, but there's only one way to find out, and that is by cracking some more packs. Get this open. So it looked like the order was pretty well established already. So I'm just gonna open this as I would, just as I did the last time. I had a pretty good time opening it in that direction. Just doing a little bit of peek ahead. Fungal Fortitude for 1 and a black. Enchantment Aura has Flash, Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature gets +2/+0. When Enchanted Creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, give a little bit of extra power, bring it back. Nothing bad about that. Yeah, nice art. Look at those little guys in the background, these little mushroom people. Love it. Move on to Pirate Hat for 1 and a blue. Artifact Equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. A little bit of looting. Equip Pirate, 1. Equip 2. Oh, it's far harder for non-pirates to pull off the pirate hat. Landlubbers just don't understand the value of a proper hat. And yeah, this is a pirate hat in the most fantasy sense of the word. There are all kinds of different knobs and eyes and little glasses on these. So that's a lot of fun. I think this guy might be underwater. Crazy. Iron Paw Aspirant. Oh, this is cool. Oh, wait, okay. So those are the eyes. I thought these two little glowing things were the eyes at first. I thought it was like a monkey of some kind. But no, it is a cat warrior for 1 and a white. It's 1/2. When Iron Paw Aspirant enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Train your mind and your muscles with equal ferocity, cub. Without wisdom, even a mighty warrior is nothing but a bully. Sovereign Okinek Ahau. Gotcha. Well, great words of wisdom. Yeah. I wonder if there's some sort of flicker theme in white, or if it's just as simple as creatures entering the battlefield is fun. Panicked Altasaur. Oh no! What are they doing to the Altasaur? Don't panic it. For 4 and a red, creature dinosaur reach, tap. Panicked Altasaur deals 2 damage to each opponent. Ooh, each opponent makes that a little bit better. For playing this in Commander, get a nice 6 damage out of it at best. Early Sun Empire expeditions learned the hard way that some surface dinosaurs were particularly ill-suited to the cavern's enclosed environments. They brought a dinosaur down into the depths. This is... I don't know about the Sun Empire, guys. I don't know if we can trust them. Disturbed Slumber for 1 and a green. It's an instant. Until end of turn, target land you control becomes a 4/4 dinosaur creature with reach and haste. It's still a land. It must be blocked this turn if able. I'm telling you, the wall just blinked. Look at that art. That is fantastic. Oh, that is so much fun. I've always had a bit of a... I've taken a shine to things that turn lands into creatures. I always think that's such a fun idea in Magic. I really need to actually build a deck around it one of these days, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Disruptor Wanderglyph for 4. An artifact creature, a 3/4 golem. Whenever Disruptor Wanderglyph attacks, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. A little bit of graveyard hate, just incidental. Nothing to scoff at, especially in this set where, getting to those numbers is so important. Wherever the spores begin to take hold, it crushes the ground to rubble. Yeah, get those spores out of there, bud. I'm always rooting for the golem. Any story. Get that golem in there. Mephitic Draught for 1 and a black. Artifact. When Mephitic Draught enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Don't look at me. I'm not drinking it. Dranic, Dire Fleet Bosun, excuse me. Gotcha. Oh, it's got... Yeah, I don't know if I would drink anything that had literal skulls in it. Like if it just swirled around and skulls appeared, I probably wouldn't be too into it. Attentive Sunscribe for 1 and a white. Artifact creature, a 2/2 gnome. Whenever Attentive Sunscribe becomes tapped, scry 1. Again, incidental scry. Never hurts. Helps with that, what is the new mechanic that's the fixed version of Cascade? Explore? Something like that. They're all synonyms for each other. Few humans are steady-handed enough to match a gnome's precision. Even the slightest change to a single line can wildly alter a glyph's meaning. Oh, that's neat that they have gnomes write all these glyphs. Gotcha. What happens if you don't have a gnome around and you want to communicate something to someone? Goblin Tomb Raider for 1 red. Creature Goblin Pirate. As long as you control an artifact, Goblin Tomb Raider gets +1/+0 and has haste. Enterprising goblins can extract their body weight in loot. Ambitious ones have a big meal first. That's pretty good. The flavor text, this card is bad. But, you know, it is what it is. Dowsing Device for 1 and a red. Artifact. Whenever Dowsing Device or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, up to 1 target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Then transform Dowsing Device if you control 4 or more artifacts. A little innovation can lead to a big score. Okay, if I make a bunch of treasures, what do I get? Geode Grotto. To land, it's a cave. Add a red or 2 and a red tap until end of turn. Target creature gains haste and gets +X/+0, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Pretty neat. Can get you a little Alpha Strike in there. Well, it's not Alpha Strike, just the 1 creature, but still, you know, there are worse cards. Stinging Cave Crawler for 2 and a black. It's a creature, a 1/3 insect horror with Death Touch. Descend 4. Whenever Stinging Cave Crawler attacks, if there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Caverns uninhabited by mycoids are often infested with wars. Something is able to get those myconids out of there. Then it must be something pretty terrible. I would not want to get stung with that claw over there. Dig Site Conservator for 2, an artifact creature, 2/1 gnome. Sacrifice Dig Site Conservator. Exile up to 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery, so again, more graveyard hate. When Dig Site Conservator dies, you may pay 4. If you do, discover 4. Nice. Pretty neat. Kind of replaces itself. Staunch Crewmate for 1 and a blue. When Staunch Crewmate enters the battlefield... it's a 2/1 human pirate. When Staunch Crewmate enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or pirate card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Leave you? Not a chance. You still owe me money. I'm a big fan of these pirates in this set. They're a lot of fun. Aclazot's Deepest Betrayal for 3, a black and a black, another mythic rare. Legendary creature, Bat God, flying, lifelink. When Aclazot's attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. That's wonderful in Commander. Whenever an opponent discards a land card, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. When Aclazot's dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. Ooh, what does it transform into? Temple of the Dead. Transforms from Aclazot's. Add black. 2 and a black tap. Transform Temple of the Dead. Activate only if a player has 1 or fewer cards in hand and only as a sorcery. Kimil gave the Oltek peace in death. Aclazotz ripped it away. Very cool card. It's nice that it just goes back and forth. Then we have one of these alternate art lands. They're very beautiful. Love this island one. I really love the forest, I think, is my favorite. Hopefully we'll get one of those in these other packs. And of course, a map token. Very valuable, no matter where you are to find your way. Yeah. Pretty good pack. Not as good as the first one, but of course, how could it possibly be? Yeah, a lot of fun cards in this one. Get this on camera. A lot of fun cards in this one. Aclazotz is very cool, of course. Love all the pirate stuff. Dowsing Device interests me for some reason. I feel like there's a way that I could really get this going. Yeah. Oh, Disturbed Slumber was a great... Again, that art is fantastic. And Pirate Hat. Just a lot of fun cards in this set. Perfect. Let's move on to pack number 3. And so far we haven't run into any multiples, which has been interesting. I bet you that will happen in this pack, but who knows? We have Atali's Favor for 2 and a red, an enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. When Atali's Favor enters the battlefield, discover 3. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Oh, okay. Oh, I see it's Atali, so a little bit of a kind of the cascade. Like exiling things off the top of libraries and trample. It's pretty fun. River Herald Guide for 2 and a green. Creature for a 3/1 Merfolk Scout. Haven't seen too many Merfolk yet. Vigilance. When River Herald Guide enters the battlefield, it explores. A lot of fun. Exploring's very good, especially for the Merfolk. Fungal Fortitude. Yes, okay, here's our first repeat. Had that last time. Still, always nice to get a visit from these little fungus guys. Pirate Hat, again. Had that in our last pack. Anything else about it? Yeah, I wonder what this guy's doing. Is he like underwater welding? Like that's the only thing I could think because of the glow from down here and all of his little glasses and stuff. And he's clearly the bubbles are coming up around him. It's the only thing I can imagine him doing. Iron Pot Aspirant, again from the last pack. This one, wow, 3 in a row. What is this weapon even trying to do? This thing right here. It's cool as hell. I don't know if it's based on anything historical. It's rad. But, yeah, it's, I guess if you swing it around from the bottom, these kind of hook into the person. Yeah, ooh. Would not want to be on the other side of that. Panicked Altasaur. Another one from last time. They gotta stop bringing these Altasaurs down to the bottom. They don't like it here. Malamet Veteran for 4 in a green. It's a cat warrior, a 5/4. Trample and descend 4. Whenever Malamet Veteran attacks, if there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Okay, a little bit slow, but not bad at all. The mightiest Malamet warriors train as Titan killers, elite champions capable of facing down the Caverns' most fearsome beasts. Dude, these Malamets are pretty cool. I like that they're out against the fungus. Again, some brilliant arts with that green god in the background. Yeah. Shipwreck Sentry, 1 in the blue for human pirate. With 3, it's a 3/3 human pirate with defender. As long as an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, Shipwreck Sentry can attack as though it didn't have defender. That's close enough, stranger. Ooh, I love that line. That's great. Ooh, and this axe is really cool too. It's kind of like an anchor and an axe at once. That's really fun design from the artist because it has this like an anchor and goes up and through. But I'm sure this is, it actually may not even be sharp, and it might just be a bludgeoning weapon that looks like an axe. I love the braid or the ponytail or whatever that is going on the back. Yeah, they're down in the caverns. Really cool. Brood Rage Mycoid for 3 and a black. Creature fungus. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, create a 1/1 black fungus creature token with this creature can't block. Oh, seems okay. It's a 4/3. As the massive mycoids known as Rage Titans charge into battle, lesser ones swarm in their wake, gobbling up any survivors. Yeah, oh, this guy's ugly. Fungus and mushroom, they kind of freak me out. They're cool, but yeah, I don't want to get. It's the very The Last of Us instincts kicking in. Inverted Iceberg for 1 and a blue. Artifact: when Inverted Iceberg enters the battlefield, mill a card, then draw a card. Craft with the artifact for 4 blue. You can transform it into Iceberg Titan. Whenever Iceberg Titan attacks, you may tap or untap a target artifact or creature. Always love the cold tapping flavor. The force of a blizzard, the rage of a monstrosaur. Dang. Oh, and it's like it's bringing down some sort of bat on top of this iceberg and shattering it. That's amazing. Again, I'm always rooting for the golems. Rampaging Ceratops. Love this dino. Dude, oh my gosh. Look at the design on his frills. Gorgeous. It's a 4 red creature to 5/4 dinosaur. Rampaging Ceratops can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Ha! Oh, that's so much fun. Anticipating tight spaces and trivial fauna, the first Dusk Legion expeditions were small, mobile, and lightly armored. Hundreds of casualties later, they started sending plate-clad platoons. Oh, man, yeah. Fuck them up, dude. Akawali, the Seething Tower, for 1 a black and a green to legendary creature Fungus. Descend 4 as long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Akawali, the Seething Tower, gets +2/+2 and has trample. Descend 8 as long as there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Akawali gets an additional +2/+2 and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Okay, it's pretty neat. I like the can't be blocked by more than 1 creature with the trample. That's a lot of fun. Do a little bit of self-mill. I think the problem that I have with these cards, now this is like a card review, and I'm not a designer. I would like to be. I've tried to design my own cards before, but is that once you get to Descend 8, there's nowhere else to grow. You know what I mean? I think it would be, I personally like cards that have always have like a different thing they can be doing. Helping Hand for 1 white is a sorcery. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Its men walked away from the collapse with a new friend and an enduring fear of heights. I love that it's graveyard straight to the battlefield. I love that it's got the kind of white resurrection abilities that we've been seeing more of recently. All around, really, really good card. Souls the Lost for 1 and a black. It's a creature. It's a star +1 spirit. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. Fathomless Descent. Souls of the Lost's power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. Do you remember us? See, yeah, that's the difference. So the difference between Descend and Fathomless Descent. I am much more of a fan of Fathomless Descent. I'm sure as most people would be. It's more powerful, it seems like. But yeah, that kind of scaling ability, that's a lot of fun. Hidden Courtyard, another cave. Enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add white. 4 white, tap. Sacrifice Hidden Courtyard. Discover 4. Activate only as a sorcery. Ooh, and another sick dinosaur token. Look at this thing. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Another pretty fun pack. We had all of those duplicates from before, just for the purposes of this video. It's the only reason I would, admonish a pack for that. But yeah, Souls of the Lost is pretty cool. Makawali. It's always nice to get a legendary creature. I love Rampaging Ceratops. It's so much fun. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Like, that's fantastic. That's so good. Iceberg Titan on the back of Inverted Iceberg. Yeah, lots of good stuff. They gotta stop. I do not. Panicked Allosaur makes me so sad every time that I see it. Yeah, really fun pack. All right, we still have 3 more packs to go. So let's see what this one can get us. It's so hard after that first pack because now I am just chasing that high again and again. Let's see if we can crack something even better. Envoy of Okanek Ahau, 2 and a white for a cat advisor, a 3/3. 4 and a white creature. Create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature token. Ooh, so the cats are using the gnomes. I love that. Though wary of each other at first, the Malamet and the Oltek found a common enemy in the Mycoids. They began to share glyph knowledge and other crafting secrets. Oh, that's very nice. It's a very cool cat warrior, or cat advisor, excuse me. I mean, just the design of it, that kind of leopard design, very cool. That big old face on the chest, also awesome. This sword is not connected by anything. Very cool all around. Seismic Monstrosaur for 4, a red and a red. We've heard of the Monstrosaur before. It's a 6/5 dinosaur with trample. 2 red, sacrifice a land, draw a card. Ooh, you must be truly desperate. I guess that's why it's seismic. Mountain cycling for 2. Oh, that's very nice. I love land cycling. Brilliant. Just a big old dinosaur. What is not to love? Mineshaft Spider. Ooh, for 3 and a green. For a 3/4 spider with reach. And when Mineshaft Spider enters the battlefield, you may mill 2 cards. Okay. Nothing to hate here, except if you have arachnophobia. Anything that falls into the pit, relics, rubble, even corpses, ends up snared in its magic-infused web. Oh yeah, if you look closely, it's making those glyphs out of the web. Oh, that's really fun. That's a really neat idea. It's a spider that spins runes. That is really great. Greedy Freebooter. Black. For a 1/1 human pirate. When Greedy Freebooter dies, scry 1 and create a treasure token. You know I love treasures. Is that a merfolk behind him? Oh my god, that is terrifying. Oh, I am now afraid of merfolk, if that is like... Really interesting if the art that we see before is kind of how merfolk see themselves, and this is how the pirates see the merfolk. Neither Norgom nor the Mycoid who laid the trap could quite believe their luck. Oh, it's a Mycoid. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah, well, fungus. Maybe it's... How do these Mycoids work? Are they like people? Like, this is a very humanoid shape behind. I don't know. Brackish Blunder for 1 in the blue. Got a bunch of skeleton hands grabbing this person. For an instant, return target creature to its owner's hand. If it was tapped, create a map token. Nice. Some little incidental value. When the Malamet told him to avoid the river, he thought they meant it wasn't safe to drink. Love these little dark, small stories and magic cards. Glorifier of Suffering for 2 and a white. It's a creature, vampire soldier, 3/2. When Glorifier of Suffering enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Everyone wants to be remembered. Few are willing to do what it takes. Yeah. Fuck these vampires. I think of all of them, they're my least favorite group. In the Presence of Ages for 2 and a green. Instant. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Finally, those glowing purple bone monsters are gone, and we can get back to the real excitement. Archaeology. Quintorius canned. Yeah. Love the archaeologist. Again, more of that purple lining. Really beautiful. I love the kind of like leaf rock pattern that's going on over here. Very cool. It kind of swirls into itself. Brazen Blade Master for 2 and a red, an orc pirate. Whenever Brazen Blade Master attacks while you control 2 or more artifacts, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. The secret is footwork, plus an extra sword. Love all these little quippy one-lines. Waterlogged Hulk for blue. It's an artifact. Mill a card. Oh, tap. Mill a card. Great. Craft with island. And what do you get? You get a watertight gondola. Take what you can, transform it. Vigilance and descend 8. Oh, it's a 4/4 vehicle with crew 1. And descend 8. Watertight gondola can't be blocked as long as there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Ooh, can't be blocked is great. Ends games. Deep Cavern Bat for 1 and a black. It's a 1/1 bat with flying and lifelink. When Deep Cavern Bat enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it until Deep Cavern Bat leaves the battlefield. The first shriek locates the prey. The second immobilizes it. Gotcha. Very cool. Colossadactyl. Oh, it is in the middle of the action right now. For 2 a green and a green, it's a 4/5 dinosaur with reach and trample. Doesn't get better than this. Accustomed to hunting nimble flying prey, the dinosaur was delighted to have its meal delivered neatly in a box. Is that, oh, that's a person in there. Oh no, that is a giant. Yeah, I suppose it does have a Colossus in the name. Oh boy, jeez. Kinjali's Dawn Runner for 2 and a white. Creature human scout with double strike. It's a 1/1 with double strike. When Kinjali's Dawn Runner enters the battlefield, it explores. Cool. Fun. Akal Pakal, first among equals. 2 and a blue for a 1/5 human advisor. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. These lost children of Aklazats are misguided. Perhaps, but perhaps, there can be reconciliation of our ideals without war. That would be very nice. And again, more of these purple lines. So yeah, that must be part of the style guide. Brilliant. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is a great foil card. Chupacabra Echo. 2 black. For a 3/2 beast horror spirit, Fathomless Descent. When Chupacabra Echo enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Love that. It needs no food, yet still it hungers. Hidden Necropolis, land cave. Hidden Necropolis enters the battlefield tapped. Same as those other caves that we have seen, except black. And a vampire demon token. Brilliant. Very cool. Lot of fun things in this pack. I think just because the art is so white, it makes a brilliant foil on the Chupacabra Echo. Kalpakong is very cool. Some more gorgeous art. Colossadactyl is my new favorite dinosaur. I don't know if that's true, but it is crazy. Look at those fingers. It's as big as a person. Watertight Gondola is kind of funny. Yeah. This little story that's told with brackish blunder. It's a lot of fun. Good pack. All right. 2 more to go. Let's see what is in our penultimate pack. Okay, wait. I have to take a look at this. What is keeping it? There we go. Ooh, it's not a token in the back, so that's very interesting. Or at least it's only a one-sided token. Echo of Dusk. Ooh, it's something cool in the back there. Okay. We'll get to it. Echo of Dusk for 1 and a black for a vampire spirit. It's a 2/2 with Descend 4. As long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, Echo of Dusk gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. It's a mournful fate to remember so well the taste of blood, yet be forever unable to drink. Bartolome del Presidio, director of the Queen's Bay Company. Vampire spirit. It would suck to become a ghost after you're a vampire. I suppose it is a mournful fate. Unlucky drop for 3 and a blue. An instant. Target artifact or creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. First rule down here is the same as it is on the water. Always double check your knots. Captain Lannery Storm. I love Lannery Storm. Very cool. Yeah, I love putting things on the bottom of the library. It feels like just like putting it away forever. It feels almost better than exiling it. I know it's not better, but it feels good. Petrify for 1 and a white. Enchantment Aura. Enchant artifact or creature. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Those who break the laws of the Malamet become cold, silent warnings to others who might try. Oh man. Is this like his magic? Those rings of sigils? That's very cool. Yeah, they're originating from his hand. Oh, he's turning her to stone, I think, because it's all gray on the bottom, but she's... Yeah. Dang. Oh, it's called Petrify. Duh, she's turning to stone. Brilliant, Will, for figuring that one out. Ancestor's Aid. For 1 and a red, an instant. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Create a treasure token. Okay, love treasure tokens. +2/+0 and first strike is a fun little trick. You surface dwellers may have forgotten your history, but it has not forgotten you. That is great. I love that line. A Kalpakal, first steward of Ixalan. We opened a Kalpakal last pack. Staggering size for 1 and a green. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. The temple was due for a new roof anyhow. Kusi, Old Tech Gardener. I love these abilities. I love the +3/+3. Like anything, the giant growth, that kind of thing. Just very fun. Sage of Days, we saw that earlier. Pathfinding Axejaw for 3 and a green. It's a 4/3 dinosaur. When Pathfinding Axejaw enters the battlefield, it explores. Cool. When you don't know what dangers you'll face, bring the biggest danger with you. They put a little headlamp on him so he could see. I love that. And on his chest, too. Huh. It's cool that they've tamed some of these dinosaurs. Sunshot Militia. For 1 and a red. A 1/3 human soldier. Tap 2 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control. Sunshot Militia deals 1 damage to each opponent. Activate only as a sorcery. As the Legion of Dusk closed in, Oltec citizens rallied to support the 1,000 Moons and drive off the invaders. Nice. Good job, everybody. Runaway Boulder. Classic. It's a 6-mana artifact with flash. Cool. When Runaway Boulder enters the battlefield, it deals 6 damage to target creature an opponent controls. It has cycling for 2. Run, hearties, run, or we'll end our days as pirate paste. Ixalan Landmark. It's a white artifact. When Ixalan Landmark enters the battlefield, scry 2. Craft with artifact for 2 and a white. And what do we get? We get Ixalan Levitator. Oop. Sorry about that, everyone. My phone died right in the middle of it. But let's just get back into Ixalan Levitator, a 1/4 artifact creature, golem with flying. Whenever Ixalan Levitator attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Oh, so he helps him out. Dusk Legion invaders sought lone Oltec travelers to prey upon. The Core's Guidestone did not approve. Contested Game Ball. 2-mana artifact. Whenever you're dealt combat damage, the attacking player gains control of Contested Game Ball and untaps it. For 2 and a tap. 2 and 2 and a tap. For 2 and tap, draw a card and put a point counter on Contested Game Ball. Then, if it has 5 or more point counters on it, sacrifice it to create a treasure token. It's kind of fun. Hermitic Nautilus for 1 and a blue. It's an artifact creature. A 1/4 Nautilus with vigilance. And 1 and a blue. Hermitic Nautilus gets +3/-3 until end of turn. Oh, that's always really fun. Creature with a shell on it. It devoured the shell's original owner long ago, but it's just about ready to start looking for a new home and a meal to go with it. Next we have Guardian of the Great Door for white. It's a 4/4 creature angel. As an additional cost to cast the spell, tap 4 untapped artifacts, creatures, and or lands you control. It also has flying. The core was sealed long ago by the deep gods, who set the angels to the eternal task of defending its golden gates. Very beautiful art there. Some more of that purple magic. And of course the glowing yellow sky behind her. Restless Ridgeline. It's a land. Restless Ridgeline enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add red or green. 2 red-green. Restless Ridgeline becomes a 3/4 red and green dinosaur creature until end of turn. It's still a land. We love dinosaur lands. Whenever Restless Ridgeline attacks, another target attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Untap that creature. That's really fun, and I love this full art version of it. It is absolutely gorgeous. The green and the red from the lava below. Beautiful. Ooh, I think with this plains I now have one of each. Not that I've opened on stream or on video, but I have a mountain and a forest. Oh, I think I might be missing a swamp actually. Yeah. But yeah, this is fantastic art. This little kind of tourist. It's very the national parks. Yeah. And just a little modal face, double face card. That's why it has the normal back. Gotcha. Cool. Okay. Yeah, a really good pack overall. A lot of fun. Got a special fondness for Petrify here. But yeah, all kinds of stuff. Really happy that I'm getting all these alternate art lands. I've said it before, I'll say it again, the golems. They're who I'm rooting for. Typal golems. It's my next deck. Okay, so we have made it through 4, I think, out of 5 packs. Got one more to go. Let's see if it can live up to those lofty expectations that the first pack gave us. Oop, okay. I really need to open these all the way. Hello? Oh, okay. We're good. We're fine. Looks like some pretty normal stuff all the way through, but we shall not be dissuaded. Disturbed Slumber, we've seen this one before. You guys know I love this art. That giant dinosaur eye in the background is so good. Echo of Dusk, the sad vampire spirit. Unlucky Drop, with that great quote from Captain Lannery's Storm. Petrify, with this amazing magic that this cat, that Malamet, is casting. So cool. Ancestor's Aid, another treasure token with another quote by Akalpakal, who we opened a few packs ago. Waylaying Pirates for 3 and a blue. Creature for a 3/3 human pirate. When Waylaying Pirates enters the battlefield, if you control an artifact, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls, and put a stun counter on it. Ooh, that's great. The only drink in your future is seawater. These pirates are cool. Oh, there it is, that anchor axe. Yeah, it looks to me like it's got a dull edge, but that point in the middle might say otherwise. Disruptor Wanderglyph from my boys the Golems. Walk with the Ancestors for 4 and a green. It's a sorcery. Return up to 1 target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Discover 4. Oh, it's the fungus taking over the dinosaurs there. It's a little sad, actually. Acrobatic Leap. It's a white for an instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. Untap it. It's more of a defender card. As the cliff began to crumble, Waita danced fearlessly across the tumbling stones, knowing Ajij would never let her fall. Oh. Grasping Shadows for 3 and a black. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Oh, that's fun. Put a Dread counter on Grasping Shadows. Then, if there are 3 or more Dread counters on it, transform it. And what does it transform into? Another cave. Tap to add black. It's Shadow's Lair. Black, tap, remove a Dread counter from Shadow's Lair. You draw a card, and you lose 1 life. The shadows make no mark upon the flesh. It's the mind they claw and strangle. Bloodthorn Flail. It's a black artifact. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Equip, pay 3, or discard a card. I don't know if I've ever seen a alternate equip cost before. Trying to think through. Yeah, at the very least, it does not happen often. That's very cool. This weapon embodies both the strength and the weakness of the Legion of Dusk. They will endure any pain to achieve their ends, but they suffer pointlessly just to prove their dedication. Huatli. Dreadmaw's Ire. Look at this guy. Look at this giant dinosaur. It's 1 red, instant. Until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact that player controls. That's the 5th ship lost in 3 days. Can't we build them out of something stronger? Not against Colossal Dreadmaw, I don't think. Self-Reflection. 4 blue for sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Love that, easy enough. Flashback for 3 and a blue. Some echoes remember every moment of their past lives and spend their existence contemplating past choices. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the thought of being a ghost that just has to think about everything that I've done. But I do like making copies. Throne of the Grim Captain. It's a 2-mana artifact with tap, mill 2 cards. Craft with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire for 4. Turns into the Grim Captain. It's a 7/7 legendary creature, skeleton, spirit, pirate. Menace, trample, lifelink, hexproof. Ooh. Whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. That is a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, I would love to play this. Is that the dinosaur's head acting as like, what is that, the hips? Huh. Yeah, some fantastic art with this purple and those like lashing bands around them. Really, really. Oh, and the ship's wheels making that kind of corona around their head. Wow. That is awesome. Finally, we have the hidden nursery. It's the green version of all those other caves that we found. So we got a lot. If we want to do caves, we can do a lot of different colors. And finally, a nice, simple treasure token. Yeah. Very good pack overall. Not a ton of new stuff. And what could possibly live up to that first pack that we opened? But, yeah. Another Disturbed Slumber. You know I love it. The Grim Captain is so cool. I would really want to play with this. Not in this sealed pool exactly. Because I don't know about getting a dinosaur, merfolk, pirate, and a vampire into the graveyard. But, yeah, Self-Reflection is fun. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Awesome. Well, that's all of it. We cracked the best pack right there at the beginning. I will, against my better judgment, pick it up and give you guys another look at that beautiful Cavern of Souls. Look at that. I gave it a look while my phone died, and it is worth about $40 on TCG Player. So a nice little bit of value in the middle of all this. Yeah, I will definitely send that in somewhere. So yeah, that was a great time cracking packs with everybody. If you liked it, remember to like and comment and share it with your friends. Doing ASMR for the first time was really fun and nice. I know Lauren's gonna love this, so if nothing else, it gives her something to listen to. Yeah, I think I'll probably do some more of these in the future, try out some different things. If you have any tips or advice, please let me know. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I will see you all later.